Revising functions and formulas, I moved on to the next major topic in Excel, charts. My main goal here was to understand which chart works best for which type of data. Early on, I came across terms like plots and diagrams, which are essentially broad labels for data visualizations. That led me to a simple question. If spreadsheets already give us tables, why do we even need charts? Tables are great for precision, you see, but they don't immediately show patterns. You can figure out higher and lower values by scanning numbers, but it takes effort. Charts make trends, comparisons, and insights visible almost instantly. And that's why they are so powerful. While working with charts in Excel, I noticed two main sections: recommended charts and all charts. The recommended charts are useful as a starting point, but the real flexibility comes from exploring all chart types. That's where you can customize the visualizations to better match the data and the message you're trying to communicate. I also learned how much difference design choices make. Using chart elements or chart design options, you can add titles, labels, and annotations that guide the viewer. Even small things, like writing a clear descriptive title, help the reader understand the insight much faster. When working with pie charts, I understood why using a monochromatic color palette is more effective. It keeps the focus on proportions instead of distracting colors. For column and bar charts, arranging values from highest to lowest makes comparisons much easier at a glance. One practical issue I ran into was how charts shift when rows or columns in Excel are moved. After carefully positioning everything, even a small layout change can mess up the visuals. That was frustrating, but I also learned how to control chart positioning so everything stays aligned. In the section on chart statistics, I learned the difference between a histogram and a column chart. A histogram works with continuous data, where one bin follows directly into the next and the bin width can be adjusted to better show distribution. I also explored sparklines, which are small charts placed inside cells. They are especially useful when data runs horizontally and you want a quick visual summary next to the numbers. After charts, I moved into advanced spreadsheets feature, focusing on tables, formatting, and collaboration. I learned how Excel tables use structured references where formulas apply automatically to entire columns. Using the @ symbol, Excel pulls values from the same row, making formulas cleaner and easier to manage. Tables also make it simple to add totals, averages, and other calculations. One feature that really stood out was slicers. I finally understood why they are so commonly used in dashboards. Instead of repeatedly opening filters and table headers, slicers provide a visual and intuitive way to control data. They are easy to customize, support multi-section selection, and make dashboards much more user-friendly. Formatting was another important learning point. Using conditional formatting like color scales and icons makes data easier to interpret and more dynamic. At the same time, I reinforced an important rule. Formatting should support the data, not overpower it. Before starting my project, I revised data validation and collaboration tools. Data validation plays a key role in dashboards by controlling user inputs through drop-downs and restrictions. This prevents invalid entries that could break the analysis. I also reviewed sheet protection to maintain data integrity when files are shared. Finally, I revisited my first project and rebuilt it using everything I'd learned so far: charts, drop-downs, maps, and KPI cards. Seeing all these elements come together was genuinely satisfying and showed how powerful spreadsheets can be when used thoughtfully. I'll be moving on to the next topic soon, and I'll also be sharing this project on online platforms. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.